What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome back to another episode of Psycho Gamer. I'm your host, Aubrey, and today we are going to talk about something that may have actually been leaked out that Arcade1up may actually be releasing. What is that going to be? Well, it has to do with bowling. Yes, gave a little hint. But if you haven't read the title, which you're probably going to, you're going to have to stay tuned and make sure you hit that like and subscribe and stay tuned. We are going to talk about the Williams Alley Cats Shuffle Bowler. All right, welcome back, guys. Like I said, we are going to talk about this Williams Alley Cat Shuffle Bowler. I remember playing it at many different bowling alleys I went to when I was a kid. That's really what was close. And it had an arcade, and these things were actually kind of fun to play with. So what they had a little hockey puck almost kind of thing, and it seemed like there was a little bit of sand on the actual table, I guess you could say, and you shot it down a lane, and you hit these little sensors, and it hit the bowling pins up. If you haven't seen it, well, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a couple pictures here. So this right here is what we're looking at in terms of the Williams Alley Cat Shuffle Alley. So you were able to play up to 6 players on it, and you were able to just have some good, crazy, drunken fun. Now, a lot of people don't realize that the original pins were not specifically bowling pins. They were actually beer bottles. So they took that out because of all the stuff with alcoholism, and there's just a bunch of stuff going on when it comes to that. Now, who leaked it out? It was not John D this time, so we can't really blame John D. So there's this guy called Todd Tockey over at TNT Amusement. This is basically the gentleman right here. He's got TNT Amusements Inc. And what he basically stated was at about the 45, 46 minute mark, so I'll put this actually in the description down below so you guys can take a look at it if you want to watch the entire video. Talking about when the original Star Wars game came out for Arcade1up, what he had done is he had actually sold them an actual arcade cabinet, which they based their actual machine off of in terms of their prototypes and what the final product was going to be. Now, they ended up getting how it looked in terms of all the decals and the style, specifically from the Star Wars machine that he ended up selling them. Well, apparently they are selling it back to him because they really don't need it anymore. The game's already out. So what is going to happen next, at least according to this gentleman, is he's selling them a Williams Alley Cat machine. And they are going to be, according to him, making one of these machines for the homes. Now, these machines are generally very, very expensive if you got them in a reconditioned form. They could go upwards of about $3,000. If they're in very used, worn out condition, you could probably get them for about $400 to about $750. Just depends on how much work you actually want to put into these kind of machines. But when it comes to these, you have people that are doing videos on them as well. You got P-dubs actually doing videos on this as well. But this is basically what the machine is going to actually look like. Now, are they going to do a little coin cabinet at the front like they've been doing with like a little plastic thing? I guess we'll see. Most likely they're going to do something like that. There's not a huge amount of artwork on this, but you guys are going to have a lot of room. Now, if you had enough room to put, say, the pinball machines, well, you're going to need a bit more room with this. How long could they actually make the alley right here? I mean, that's what I'm wondering. Are they going to do every single thing exactly the same? What do you think the price point would be? I mean, if they want to keep on par with their actual price points of about $500 to $600, they're going to have to really cut a lot of stuff back. They're going to have to go cheap when it comes to a lot of the equipment in this, and maybe cut a lot of corners. This back panel here, they may have to make everything strictly digital when it comes to maybe little LED screens instead of the actual numbers the way they were actually set up. So I don't know. hopefully they can come up with a better way and more affordable way to actually make this machine where people actually will want to buy it. Now, we all know people are going to buy it because everybody is starting to have their own home arcade machines as well as their own home arcades. But something like this, I think, would really have the cool factor if they could make it at the right price. What do you guys think? Do you think this would be something that you would get for your home arcade? Or maybe you have a bar at your house and you just want to have something cool there. Drunk bowling without actually bowling and, breaking the world with big bowling balls, which is really rough. But that's going to do it, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think they are actually going to release this, or do you think this guy's kind of blowing a little smoke up our nose? Hopefully that's not the case, because it would be cool to see something different and more unique than what we've seen Arcade1up do in the past. This would be a big step away from doing just your classic arcade cabinets or the infinity table or some of the other machines they've actually released, as this is more straight to entertainment as opposed to video games. But post below, what do you guys think? I appreciate you guys coming out once again. And as always, guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and game on.